Hi Annette, welcome to my channel. Such a huge pleasure to be reading with you today. Hope you are doing amazing. Now I see that you're asking about a man named Tommy who is a Pisces and that you are a Cancerian, and you're wanting to know if this Pisces is serious about you on a long-term scale for a relationship and if he'll take that leap. And you also mentioned something about hiding, like hold on, let me read it verbatim. You said, will he ever take that leap or keep hiding us from everyone and telling me he isn't ready for a relationship? Now, I want to further explore why is he hiding your relationship. So that's definitely an area I want to look at a little bit more and see what's going on with him and see what his intentions are with keeping your connection hidden and things like that, and really take a look into the future of your relationship, okay? Just keep an open mind though that I do get very nosy in my readings. I don't hold back and I don't sugarcoat. So if at any time during this reading, Annette, you hear a message that upsets you in regards to you and Tommy, but at the same time does not resonate with you in your relationship with Tommy, please let that message go. Never force it. Only take what fully resonates, leave what doesn't, and you'll know on a visual level if a message resonates or not, even if it's a message you don't want to hear. You know, there's that moment where it's like, oh, I don't want this to be my message, but yeah, it's my message. Only take what resonates though, leave what doesn't. Never give your power away to tarot cards. You're never tied and bound to an outcome in any reading, whether it's a good outcome or not, because you have free will, Tommy has free will. A decision you make next week could totally alter the outcome that showed up in this reading today, and you're always in full control of your choices. So with that being said, I'm going to get into your reading, girl. All right, please tap into the energy of Annette. Annette is a Cancerian connecting with a man named Tommy who is a Pisces. She wants to know if this man is serious about her on a long-term scale. And will he ever take that leap or keep hiding their relationship from everyone and telling her he isn't ready for a relationship, even if he acts like it 80% of the time? She's looking for some clarity. Should she move on or continue hoping for growth? 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for the lovely Annette. All right, girly, let's first start with Tommy's feelings for you. We have the Death card, major for Scorpio. His intentions with you, the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. His future actions and behavior towards you, the Wheel of Fortune, more fixed energy coming through, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Your feelings for Tommy, the 8 of Pentacles, Earth energy. What could be your blockage? The Queen of Pentacles. That's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And your connection or your love life going forward, whether it involves Tommy or something else. The King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. And your advice, the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. There's a lot of people showing up in your reading today. Court cards represent people. Okay, so yeah, there feels to be many people involved in your relationship with Tommy for some reason. Whether it's family members, whether it's friends, whether it's coworkers, people that you vent to, people that he vents to. There seems to be a lot of people showing up in this reading, okay? But we'll see. What's the overall energy? The Knight of Wands. Influenced by the 3 of Swords. And then I also see the 5 of Cups. So the overall energy for you and Tommy's relationship feels like it's built off of tears, okay? Because the 3 of Swords in this art depiction shows me a woman who's sad and, you know, in a period of despair. But then we have this Knight of Wands energy looking like they're having a great time. So I don't know if this is Tommy having a great time in the relationship even though you've been crying or you've been sad or you've been through a lot of pain, or this is Tommy coming towards you, coming in with a lot of fun in his energy, even though his actions might be putting someone through a lot of pain right now, okay? Because I do see the 5 of Cups also influencing that. Now, with the blockage for your love connection with Tommy being the Queen of Pentacles, oftentimes that represents that there's another person involved, primarily a feminine energy. Whether this is Tommy's mother and she's giving him a lot of advice that doesn't help the two of you's relationship, or it's another woman. Okay, I don't want to go there just yet until I see more evidence of it, but it does look like there's something else holding this back. Tommy feels like his feelings for you has gone through a big transformation. Oh, you can't even see that. It's not in the camera finder. Hold on. There we go. Make sure you can see all the cards. Let's just clarify that death card. I mean, his intentions is to love up on you and nurture you. But with that Wheel of Fortune card being here, you and Tommy may be completing a karmic cycle together. Why the Death card? The Two of Cups. Tommy feels like you are someone very special in his life. Okay? And that Death card talks about big changes. All right, that impact a relationship over time, whether in good ways or not so good ways. The Death card also talks about an ending of something in order to give life to something, okay? And then I got the Two of Swords right underneath that. It feels like Tommy is very indecisive about the future between the two of you, all right? Where a decision involves releasing something in order to giving to something. And he's kind of torn between what to do here. Whether this is him losing his independence to be in a more serious relationship with you, or there's a situation that needs to come to an end with that Death card in order for a new beginning, and he's not so sure about that either. All right, I'm getting a lot of indecisive energy off of Tommy. Sometimes the Two of Swords will bring in a man that's very big at procrastination. He'll delay something. He'll make excuses for something. He'll say, I can't do this because of this. I can't do this because of that. I can't do that because of this, that, and the other. And usually when we procrastinate, it's because we don't want to do it at all. But if we're gaining something from leaving another person feeling like we are going to follow through with it, we're going to do that anyway, right? It's like he feels like he's gaining something valuable from you by stalling, by delaying. Because if he tells you, no, I'm not going to do it, then he won't have access to what you give to him. But if he says, yes, I'll do it, but takes forever to get down to it, that's because he doesn't want to do it. But by telling you, yeah, I'll do it, it buys him some extra time. I don't like that. I don't like that, Annette. I don't like the way that this Tommy guy is coming into this reading. It feels like it's Tommy's world and you just live in it. There's something about his energy that tells me that he's very sexually charged up when he's around you. He feels a lot of chemistry with you. He feels like you bring out a lot of fun in him. He forgets about his problems when he's around you. But he's getting all this feeling off of someone's tears. Three of Swords. Now, you didn't mention whether there's a third party in your booking appointment. But third parties don't have to be that people are sleeping with other people. No, it could represent other people coming in with their 2 cents, like a mother figure or a friend of yours, things like that. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid and clarify this card. I want to rule out a few things. But it looks like there's 2 queens involved. The Queen of Cups, which is Cancerian energy, and then this other queen. Clarify that Queen of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. He wants to nurture you and your cup. You have something of great value. Why the Queen of Pentacles in the blockage for Annette and Tommy? Why the Queen of Pentacles in the blockage for Annette and Tommy? This card wanted my attention, the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles comes up in the blockage position when someone doesn't have a strong offer to give to somebody. Whether it's because it's given somewhere else or is just not available at all. For example, say you were wanting to buy a car and you needed money from Tommy. You know, Tommy could be like, sorry, that money went to another car that I bought before you even asked me to help you with that car. You know, it connects to unable to give you something that something else already has it. Like it belongs to somebody else or it belongs to something else. It's like, how can I give when I can't give you anything? You know, it's the energy of even if I could, I don't have it. But he could, he just doesn't want to do it. That's that procrastination energy. So if there is another person involved, Annette, he's pretty much saying, I can't give you a serious long-term offer because it belongs to somebody else. Someone else has that coin. And if it's not a third party, if there's no other people involved, this is saying that he doesn't feel like he's found the right person yet. And that's why he's not wanting to extend this offer. He feels like there's things about you he really likes and admires, but he doesn't feel like you are his forever person, is kind of what I'm getting off of this. So it's like he's enjoying all these beautiful aspects of you while you're in pain. And then when he feels like he's got his fill and that you're not giving him any more time to dawdle or to delay or to stall, then he's going to be like, all right, well, that was fun. I don't like it. Girl, I don't like it. In fact, I feel like there's another man coming towards you. You've got another man coming towards you. This is not Tommy's energy. This feels like another man coming towards you. Okay? Now, I know you probably don't want to hear that. Okay? So I'm not going to focus too much on that. All right? Because I know you're here for Tommy. But I've got to give you everything that comes through. So I'm going to reveal all the messages that want to come through, and then at the end of the reading I will summarize, and it's up to you to decide which message felt like yours, which message does not make sense, what message you're not really wanting to believe but you kind of feel like there is some truth to it, and then use your own intuition and discernment at the end. Okay? But with these repeated twos coming in, Tommy has a decision to make, because twos represent decisions. And the Two of Cups represent a partnership. So there's a decision surrounding a partnership. But that Two of Swords indicates one sword represents his truth, the other sword represents the lies he tells in order to give him some extra time. Because I like to look at the Two of Swords like this. You got Ace of Swords in the upright in one hand, and then the Ace of Swords in reverse in another hand. The Ace of Swords is what tells the truth. The Ace of Swords in reverse is what protects the lies. And he's got two swords to choose from. Do I tell Annette the truth, or do I lie to her? Do I tell her the truth, or do I lie to her? And it's also the energy of feeling like he doesn't know where his truth is if he authentically doesn't know and is authentically confused. And if he is authentically confused, Annette, he's going to stall as long as he can to buy him some extra time while he figures out, is Annette the path that I need to take, or is this path the path I need to take? You know, and while he's figuring that out, he's keeping your relationship hidden to buy him some extra time before introducing you to his world. To his world. Maybe he doesn't want to introduce you to his mother yet until he knows for sure whether you're meant to be a wife or something like that. Maybe it's his mom that's showing up as a blockage. Maybe she's the one that's like, hey, before you bring a girl around me, Tommy, make sure she's the one. Make sure she's the one that's going to build a life with you. I don't want to meet girls that you're just not serious about or not dating. Things like that. Maybe that could be what I'm getting. I want to get another card on that, but I'm going to use a different set of cards. Please clarify that Queen of Pentacles as the blockage. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles as the blockage. What's interesting is we have you representing this Queen of Cups over here. We got this other energy representing the Queen of Pentacles over here, but Tommy's coming in as a Knight. You know, Kings and queens are settled in their energy. They know where they want to be. They feel content. They feel, you know, ready to make some very mature decisions. Knights show up in a reading when someone's in a pursuit of something, on the go. You know, dealing with wanting to be in the moment, wanting to have adventure, wanting to just explore. It's in the pursuit of something. If you already found what you're looking for, you're not in the pursuit anymore. You've already reached your destination. So with the overall energy being the Knight of Wands and the Three of Swords, he's got you, but he still doesn't feel like he's reached his destination. But yet will keep this going because he's benefiting a lot from your time and attention. But look who suffers. Okay? Five of Cups right underneath that. Look who suffers. I feel like there's deeper pain going on here than meets the eye. Ace of Pentacles. I'm about to clarify the blockage again, and I get the Ace of Pentacles showing up again. And then I see the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords does show up when there's a lot of pain involved or other people involved. Now, the Three of Swords in this art depiction represents something a little different from me. It's the energy of having the partner but still feeling alone, right? You could have the guy but still feel like you're left to nurture yourself, you're left to, you know, console yourself, things like that, because it shows me a woman in pain, but she's hugging herself as if she doesn't feel like she can count on her partner to comfort her, reassure her, things like that. And then I see the Ten of Swords. So while I'm still diving into the blockage, it feels like there's more skeletons in the closet, more buried bones in the backyard. All right, that's being protected. So I don't know if Tommy's hiding the relationship because of his mother is like putting pressure on him to settle down, or if that's someone that he's talking to already while talking to you. Clarify that Queen of Pentacles. Clarify that Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles in the blockage for Tommy and Annette, please. The Death card. Something is not ended. Something is not over. Something hasn't changed. Something hasn't been dead and buried. Something is not allowing evolution. Two of Pentacles. A lot of back and forth energy. Two of Pentacles. Juggling. We got the Death card twice. All right. So with the Death card to the Two of Swords to the Two of Cups being in Tommy's feelings, he may be feeling like you're, you know, giving him an ultimatum to make a decision that involves ending something, whether ending something with you or ending something with something else, or an ultimatum to get actual change. But in order to create actual change, something needs to be dead and buried, released, moved on from, challenged. But it's showing up in the challenge position. When the Death card is in my challenge position, I automatically reverse the energy. And the Death in reverse is there has been no endings of something. There has been no change. There has been no transformation. Something is going to repeat itself over and over and over and over again and never getting to where someone wants it to go. Like a Ferris wheel. Up and down, up and down. Annette, it feels like you have a karmic soul tie connection to Tommy. And with the Wheel of Fortune showing up in the near future, you could be getting ready to complete that cycle with him. Okay, clarify Annette's feelings. And as I'm saying that, I go to pick up the tarot deck to clarify, and one card wanted to stay on the table, and it's the Hanged Man, major for Pisces. The Hanged Man shows up when you're feeling uncertain of the future, when you're feeling like there's something that needs to let go or to be let go of. And then there's that Three of Swords again. You feel like you need to let Tommy go in order to begin your healing process because you're wanting to see effort, real effort be made. Eight of Pentacles is like 80% of the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the card about family and building a life with someone, feeling like you're with someone for the long haul. Ten of Pentacles is, you know, moving in with someone, being married to someone, it's being a part of someone's family. And you've got the Eight of Pentacles as your feelings for Tommy, telling me that you feel like he's giving you 80% of that Ten of Pentacles, which you did say in your booking appointment that he's telling you he's not ready for a relationship, even though you said he acts 80% of the time like you guys are exclusive. That number 8, 80% of the Ten of Pentacles. And the other 20% was that Two of Pentacles where he's weighing out the pros and cons of something. King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles for Annette's feelings. If I'm talking really fast, it's because I'm getting a lot of different messages and I want to get as many out before my memory card cuts off at the 30-minute mark. I'm getting a lot of messages, girl. Something is needing change around your life and they're really harping on it. Why the Eight of Pentacles? Two of Cups. You feel like he's a soulmate. But you feel so stuck and confused, Eight of Swords. You feel like you're sabotaging, you know, the life that you really deserve and want for a guy that's confused about you, Eight of Swords. And I see the Chariot. Here is where I feel like you need to do some introspection, Annette. Because a man confused about a relationship with a woman is a man that knows he doesn't want the relationship but wants access to the woman because she's got a lot of good qualities about her. He's selfish is what I'm getting off of this. I'm getting a very selfish man. There's something very secretive about his energy, Annette, and I want to figure out more about what's going on here and what's he hiding from. Clarify his intentions with Annette. Hold on, let me use these cards. Clarify his intentions with Annette. The Four of Wands. And then I see the King of Swords. And we already have the King of Swords right here. But this feels like a different person, though. They could be coming in as two different people, but the same card come out. That happens. Four of Wands and the Death card. It feels like he tells you with that sword in his hand that he wants this with you, Four of Wands, and that he's willing to put in the work to create changes. But that sword is downward, it's not upward. When it's upward, someone's getting ready to speak. When it's downward, someone's still figuring out what they want to say. Like when you see the Ace of Swords card, it's the ace is in the upright, as if someone's getting ready to speak. This could be you giving him an ultimatum. Pretty much saying, hey, if I don't get something serious, you leave me alone. That's Cancer energy. That's you. You looking at his love offer and thinking, psh, that's the same offer I keep on getting. I don't want it. If it's the same thing that you keep on offering me, you can keep it. I don't want it. You feeling like you need to reject him because you feel like there's a void in this relationship that he's not willing to fill. Clarify that Queen of Cups again. Clarify that Queen of Cups. Queen of Swords. The Death card again. Look at that. I shuffled it and it came back out again. This Death card keeps on coming out. We got it here, we got it here, and it came back out after I shuffled it in. It's like he's promising something to you, that something will change, but then it never does. It's like you feel like you're on a Ferris wheel where it's like same thing every season. Same thing every season. It feels like the more you start to use your discernment and speak up and not lower your voice is when he's going to start reporting back to you things that he feels you want to say or want him to say, but then he actually doesn't do it. I need to clarify this card to see if he does create change, because that does represent change. So maybe you're finally getting some positive change out of him. So let's see. Clarify that Wheel of Fortune, please. Please clarify that Wheel of Fortune for Tommy's energy in the near future. The Eight of Pentacles and the Emperor. Now the Emperor in the near future, that's someone taking charge. That's someone taking action. Usually shows up as a father figure or a spouse or a business owner. There's some effort he's making to some sort of karmic change in his life. Interesting. He's showing up trying to like follow through with his responsibilities. Let me get another card off of that. Let me use these cards. Clarify Tommy's energy going forward. Queen of Swords again. And the Seven of Swords. And the Metamorphosis card. Annette, it feels to me, in the near future, you're possibly giving him an ultimatum. And he's going to start saying things to you that he thinks is going to get you to, you know, not be mad anymore, or to, you know, forget what you were talking to him about in the first place and like deflect and change the subject. But you're going to immediately spot the inconsistencies and the deception in what he's trying to say. Like if you look at this card's art depiction, it shows me a man fishing for swords, right? We got some swords in the upright position. We got some, well, actually they're all down, indicating that there's no truth to them. When a man is fishing for answers, it's because he's not telling the truth. When you gotta fish for what you need to say, it's not coming out authentically. This is him fishing in the water for information, because swords represent information, things that he feels like he can say to you to calm you down and not let you be mad at him. But it's like you're gonna read through it because something in your heart is gonna say, wait a minute, I've heard this before. Are you trying to stall me again? It's kind of what it feels like him acting like there's a lot of changes that are going to be made with that butterfly card, and then you discover that those changes are only just in lip service, but that they don't actually help you. The Eight of Swords is feeling stuck, and that's how you feel right now. So it's like in the near future, he's telling you all these things that you want to hear, but you're still in the same spot as you are today while listening to this reading. So it's like he says the same thing. He spins it around though. He spins it around to make it sound fresh. Why the King of Swords as her future love life going forward? Girl, I feel like there's another man coming towards you. The Metamorphosis card, and then I see the Ten of Pentacles, Justice, and the Empress. You, I feel, have a lot of success and growth ahead of you in your love life. As far as this guy is concerned, the only changes that you're going to get from this is the changes that you make moving forward. All right? Indicating that the only changes that are going to happen are based off of what you do next. If you respond to it differently, you're going to get different results. I feel like there's another man coming towards you. Okay? But it has to be your decision, girl. Why the Knight of Pentacles as her advice? They want you to slow down and start making preparations for an exit. Why the Knight of Pentacles? Ten of Pentacles. They're wanting you to prepare for a new direction because you're getting closer to reaching the point in your life where you're going to have the relationship that you really want for yourself. But I don't feel like it's with this guy. I really don't. They're wanting you to move forward. Chariot. Why is the Knight of Wands and the Three of Swords the overall energy for these two? The Messenger card, Ten of Swords, and the Two of Swords. The Ten of Swords talks about betrayals. The Ten of Swords in this art depiction talks about a home may look stable on the outside, but when you get a closer look, you'll see all the cracks in the foundation, how everything's starting to tumble apart. And then we got the Two of Swords again. The Two of Swords in this art depiction shows me a bunch of different directional signs pointing left, right, up, down, indicating someone feeling lost and confused. And then I got the Messenger card, which is not assigned to any specific zodiac sign, but that fish reminds me of Pisces. It feels like this Pisces is going to try and stall you from leaving his life because he's really attached to something that you offer him. But he's benefiting off of your tears. And if there is another person involved, the two of you are in tears while this guy is having a great time. Knight of Wands is a player at times. So, Annette, remember, only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But this reading is screaming that this guy is stalling. It's like he knows his truth, but maybe saying other stuff to give him some extra time, right? So he might know in the back of his mind, oh, I'm not going to commit to this. I'm non-committal. I don't want a wife. I don't want a girlfriend. But she wants it, so I'm going to tell her what she wants to hear because I enjoy her company. I enjoy being around her. We have a great sex life. She's very beautiful. But you, in the end, feel like you're not getting anything. So please use your discernment, Annette. Don't force the message. Only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. At the end of the day, no one can make your decision but you. Don't let a tarot reading tell you what to do. If you feel like Tommy is meant to be in your life for the long haul, you got to trust your own intuition, okay, girl? But Here's your message. I hope it helps and I wish you the best. Namaste.